Right. You talked about players, playing different positions. Now, this one is becoming unbearable now. Let's go to the Netherlands now. Let's talk Calvin Bassey. The criticism now is becoming unbearable. Week after week, you see one former Dutch coach come out to criticize this young man. You see another former Dutch player come out to criticize this. I mean, Ajax lost this past weekend, top of the table clash with PSV. They lost at home by 2-1. Of course, they've been knocked out from the Champions League down to the Europa League. The latest to come out to criticize Calvin Bassey was former Dutch manager De Moss. Now this was really damning. Actually, he came out to say Calvin Bassey has no insight, no speed of thought. He gets turned too far easily. He isn't good enough to compete at this level. There's no aggression in him. I also can't believe that Ajax spent that amount of money bringing a player from the Scottish League. Now that's coming from a former manager, De Moss. I searched, I looked at him on Google. I think he's done quite decent. I want to say not the A-list managers you want to say, but I mean he's well respected as well. Also, the Abularus came out to say that he thought Bassey was a fierce defender.
Belarus. Belarus had to change in and change out.
So he thought Bassey was. He came out to say that Bassey was mainly ball watching. Only the popcorn was still missing. You expect a bit more from a defender there. He had in mind as a fierce opponent, a fierce defender who is close to the man, who looks very heavy on his feet. The twisting and turning, he almost falls backwards. That's something I don't like about him. On the other hand, it's not like he wants him to finish there. Though he came out to say you should give him some time. But these critics keep on coming, and I think Bassey, he needs to decide if he wants to continue as a centre back or he wants to continue as a left back. I mean, and these ex-players are looking at him in the eye of, he's coming to replace Lisandro Martinez, who did so well for Ajax before moving to Manchester United. So they are looking at him in that picture, in that state that, okay, if you are replacing this guy, you need to come
give us exactly what
the guy was given before. So I think this is where this whole criticism is coming in. I mean, it's his first season in Holland. Why do these guys you keep on doing that? You keep on criticizing these players. It's becoming unbearable now.
Criticism does not have time. Let's be honest. Criticism does not have time.
I just hope players like Bassey takes it lightly and just keeps his head down.
He's got to fight for it. Did he play well in the game? No. Okay, I saw the clips of the game. He didn't play well. Let's be very honest here. He didn't play well. And the criticism justified? Yes. This is what today's world is about. Criticism is all over the place, both for coaches, both for everybody. There is drugs of criticism. That's why the salary is also very big too. So you have to consider both sides. If you get depressed with the criticism, get excited, bounce back out of your depression with the salaries that you get. Having said that though, I think again, it goes back to what I always say. I don't like players who play everywhere. Okay, Kevin Bassey, are you a centre back or a left full back? This is the time to decide.
But this player has come out to say, I'll play where the coach wants me to play. I'm playing for the team. Whatever the manager wants me, as far as I'm getting the playing time.
Would Mbappe say that? Would Kevin De Bruyne say that? Bernardo Silva, would he say that? Allen Haaland, would they say that? Are they not footballers? So would Neymar go and play as a defensive midfielder because the coach wants him to play as a defensive midfielder?
Well, these things happen.
No, it's not about these things happen. It's about knowing that this is where I am good at. If you keep playing as centre back and they keep losing and they keep shredding him, eventually he will sit on the bench. But I know that on the left full back, he's very good. He goes forward, bringing crosses, help the team to score goals, and then he also defend well on that corner. But in the center of the thing about being a centre back is you need to play it consistently. If you don't play it, it's like defensive midfield. If you don't play it consistently, you would suffer. You would eventually suffer. So that's what is happening with him. Today he's playing as a centre back. Tomorrow he's going to that ability to adjust, because when you're playing as a left full back, you know that you defend as a left full back, you protect the goal from the left side, and then you also go forward on that channel. But you're playing as a centre back, sometimes your mind is telling you go forward, but you need to stay because you can't overrun your midfielders. You have to understand. There have to be some understanding, connection, relativity in terms of the relationship you have with these people for them to know that I'm going forward, they will cover for you. So all of those things need to be put in check in taking the decision. He is playing his first season in the Dutch league. Can I control the criticism of the people that are criticizing him? No, I don't have control over that. he needs to win them over with his play. I mean, I sit here and I criticize Nicolas Pepe. He didn't prove me wrong. I criticize Eddie Nketiah. He's not proved me wrong. I criticize Darwin Nunes. He's trying his best. And so there are those who you would Jack Grealish. I've been criticizing him forever. So I'm not in any. I don't have any local standing. I don't have any moral high ground to tell people not to criticize him. If he's doing well, they will praise him. If he's not doing well, they'll criticize him. That's the job of an analyst. What you do, if they ask you, oh, what do you say? An analyst cannot go on air and say, he's a new player, give him some time. They lose a game. Say what you see in this game, the merit of the game on that individual performance. Judge it, because if you don't do that, if you don't criticize him when he's playing badly, you also do not have the grounds to come out to praise him when he's doing well. Okay, so an analyst is doing his job. He's paid to do a job on the radio or television, and he does that. Your job also, you are paid to play and play well and help your team to win. Unfortunately, you came in to replace a colossus of some sort at this level, and you're not doing what you're supposed to do. You'll be criticized.
And this man, I mean, he got a record in his first game. He didn't start well, missed the first 3 games, and he came back, did his bit, to convince some Ajax faithful, and he's been consistent. Well, moving forward, you've seen Calvin Bassey. Benedict, let me just bring you in. You've seen Calvin Bassey. I'm sure you've watched him, a few of his games. Moving forward, where do you want to see Calvin Bassey? Do you want to see him as a left back, or do you want to see him as a centre back?
Well, first of all, the first aspect of the Calvin Bassey you talk about is, so yesterday I was watching Jerry Seinfeld, and he made me the conclusion of social media is all about 2 things. Is either you are great or is either you suck. And you could just how will I put it, like synonymous. You could put it with any other thing. Great is good, and that's how analysts put it. Is either you are great or is either you are good. So right now on the analyst book is on the bad side. What can you do on the bad side? You just have to impress those that you need to impress. And also all these Ajax and old managers, sometimes they do make a lot of mistakes and they could really come out harsh to players. Second of the question you're asking right now is, it's not the first time we've seen players do makeshift. Gary Neville from centre back to right back, those kind of things usually happen. But you just have to find where you are most strong at. And if you ask me, the centre back I've seen him play at Ajax is not totally bad. One game doesn't ruin everybody's career. Like you said earlier, what was Messi when Bayern beat Arsenal at 8-2? One game doesn't ruin everybody's career. It happens every time. So they should really cut him some slack. I believe he's going to improve and he should just continue playing the centre back. Or he could approach the manager and tell the manager, this is where I'm most confident at. I know most people don't do it. Like he was saying, the utility player is really bad, which was what ruined Alex Iwobi's career for a pretty long time. Utilize everywhere possible place that is empty. He's going to go there. But for me, centre back all the way.
What do you think? Centre back, left back, moving forward. Let's bring it from the Super Eagles angle now. In the Super Eagles, everyone same.
It's not going to play centre back at the Super Eagles, so I think he should focus on left back. Left back is
because it is on the sea.
No problem. What is wrong with having 2 quality left back in the team, and then the coach deciding depending on the opposition what tactics he wants to deploy. He goes forward better than Zaidu Sanusi. Zaidu Sanusi is a lot more solid at defending. He's more of a Wan-Bissaka than he is a Trent Alexander-Arnold, but having 2 quality that position is better. Then let's focus on Kevin Akpoguma. What's the other guy? That guy that played for West Bromwich Albion now?
Shemi
Ajayi, and the host of others that can play in the centre back. We know that we've got them. Let it be that a case of serious accident that we are bringing in Calvin Bassey. Calvin Bassey is a left back. Let him stay as a left back.
Okay, so even for Ajax, you want to see him moving forward
as a left back? Yeah.
All right, just to put it out there, his manager as well has come out to defend him some sort. Yes, he admitted he was at fault for one of PSV's goals, but he came out to say that he's developing a team in a certain direction. He actually wants to see Calvin Bassey and Julian Timber at centre back positions moving forward. So maybe the coach sees him better as a centre back moving forward and is trying to build on that.